Hello and welcome to the Christmas show. Over the next few days I'll be playing through the Pint-Sized campaign, Storming the Citadel, which is based on the Grossdeutchsland attack at Kursk. The campaign has 6 rungs as listed here. Eyes down, clear the way, Panzer Marsch, hold the line, escape to victory, and cracking the line. Depending on the outcome, some of these rungs can be played more than once. The German troops available will be based on the following orbat: a platoon headquarters with 1 lieutenant, 3 groups, each of 2 MG34s and 3 riflemen, along with a junior leader. 3 platoons are available for the campaign, which they can rotate as and when, and these troops are regular and aggressive. The Germans will have the use of a pool of 4 additional command dice. Once used, that's them gone, and single 6s can be used for a chain of command point along with the usual 5. The Soviet troops are based on the following orbat. They have 1 lieutenant and 4 sections. 2 of the sections are LMGs with 6 riflemen, and 2 of the sections are 2 LMGs and 4 riflemen. All of these troops are regular and aggressive. The Soviets just have 2 platoons, but the first platoon must be used for the first 5 rungs of the campaign, so they need to be really careful about casualties. Some general notes on the terrain. This is steppe country. It's rolling countryside dotted with villages and farms. Buildings are wooded or flimsy, which are light cover only. Roads are rough and ready and single track. Fences are wooden, again light cover only, and wheat fields are not yet mature, so do not block line of sight. With respect to the victory conditions, if the Germans win within 6 to 7 turns, it's a major victory. At the other end of the scale, if the Germans win within 10 plus turns, it's a Soviet major victory, as the attack has been delayed severely and allowed for Soviet reinforcement. Rung 1, eyes down. The Soviet first line of defence is a screen and OP along a ridge by Putovo. For an effective assault, the Germans must clear the ridge and place their own OPs on the high ground. The Soviet half of the table is raised ground, indicated by the contour line. This is a patrol action. The Soviet 1st Platoon is commanded by Lieutenant Krimov Dynadich. Being the start of the campaign, he has a full-strength platoon, and for support, 2 minefields and 1 entrenchment. The Soviets will also have 1 OP placed in an area of high ground. The 1st German platoon is commanded by Lieutenant Hermann Hassler. Again, standard orbat as discussed previously, and for support they have just 1 adjutant. No preliminary bombardment is allowed. Their aim is to seize the high ground and drive the Soviets off the ridge. This is an oblique angle of the table. The high ground to the foreground, which is the Soviet area of defence, and a sparse area to the front with patches of rough ground. After the patrol phase, the Soviets have these 3 jump-off points on the ridge or just behind, and the Germans these 3 jump-off points, 2 on the edge of the table and 1 slightly forward in a patch of rough ground. The Russian OP will be in the centre of the ridge as indicated here. And the final part of the preliminaries, force morale for the Germans is 11, and for the Soviets it is 8. The 4 white dice for the Germans are the extra command dice that they can use once and once only. Eyes down. Okay, just about to start, and the Germans will have the initiative, but just before we do that, the 2 minefields for the Soviets, 1 on the right hand side as they look down the slope here, and 1 in the centre ground here, so that will deny passage of movement for the Germans as they come up to the ridge. Okay, Germans then, they'll immediately pay 1 of their extra dice, so 2 6s is another phase, and 1 2 3 3. So on a 3, 1 of the sections will deploy into this rough ground. It looks boggy, but it's only rough ground. And then we'll go on to Overwatch. Okay, so on the next 3, the other section, or 1 of the other sections, will deploy again into the rough ground here. It will also go on Overwatch. And on the 1 and 2 added together, on the other 3 effectively, the other section will deploy here, and they're going to try and do a left flank move as soon as they can. Okay, follow-on phase for the Germans. So 6 is a chain of command dice, as are the 2 5s. That's 3 chain of commands. 2, 3, 4. On a 3, this section is going to start sprinting as quick as they can. They go 9, and we'll take a point of shock. Which the junior leader will take off. I think actually the lieutenant will also deploy on the 4 here. He'll just tuck in behind this section and ready to have a go assisting with this section here, and that is all they can do. Right, Soviet phase, 2 chain of commands, 1, 2, 4. Right, Soviets have got an entrenchment, so they're going to deploy from here into the entrenchment in the centre of the ridge. So it's one of the double LMG sections will get into this entrenchment. And they will immediately open fire on the German section here. Right, they'll have 16 dice, 6 each for the LMGs and 4 for the rifles, and they're hitting on 5, 6. That's a pretty good hit. The Germans will be in light cover, so it's 4, 5 shock, 6 kill. So that looks as though it is immediately 5 shock. So the German section here will fire back from being in Overwatch. 2 8s for the guns is 16, and 17 including the rifles. The other chaps can't fire because of the shock. Again hitting on 5 6s. Not brilliant, 5 hits, and they're in hard cover. So it's 5 shock, 6 kill. 1 shock only. I think I'll also get the other group on Overwatch firing. It's only 1 target at the moment. They need to suppress the Russians, or suppress the Soviets and get up on the ridge. They're firing with 21, hitting on 5 6. A pretty poor effort there, and again a 5 shock, 6 kill. 1 kill. Who's the kill on? Not the junior leader. So the first Soviet rifleman dies, and this is where the Russians have got to be really careful with casualties. Okay, German phase, and again they're using one of their extra dice, so that's 2 1s, 2 2s and 2 3s. Okay, on a 1 and 3 added together, the lieutenant will activate. First of all, you're going to tell this section to get a move on. So they double up 3 dice, they go 12. And they are now approaching the left-hand side of that minefield, and not too far away from that ridgeline. On another command initiative, he will get this section to again fire at the Russian section in the entrenchment. Hitting on 5 6s. Probably easier to have taken them out, there's not that many of them again. Okay, he's got 7 hits. Hitting on 5 shock, 6 kills. That's 2 shock, 1 kill. Is the kill on junior leader? No. So they're up to 3 shock, and another rifleman goes. Now, I don't know if I can do this, but on the 3, 1 and 2 added together, this guy can probably take off a point of shock. I mean, they're already moved, I know that, but is the lieutenant told to move, so I think that's okay. And finally, with a 1 and 2 added together with a 3, this junior leader will take a point of shock off and again fire at that section. So they're still losing 2 dice because of the shock. so 17s, dice being on 5, 6. Not bad. And 5 shot, 6 kill. That is just 1 kill. Is the kill on the junior leader? Oh, it is. What's happened to him? He is knocked out. Right, wounded and knocked out. It's a bad things happen. 3. -1 point, and the Soviets are on 7. Okay, Soviet phase. 6 does nothing. 1 chain of command. 1, 2, 4. That is not that good. Right, well, on the 1 and 2 added together, the other double LMG section will deploy into this light cover here. And they will open fire on the German section in that rough ground directly to their front. Right, 16 dice, hitting on 5 6s is 1 hit. That is absolutely useless. And the effect is 4, 5 shock, 6 kill, no effect. Okay, so on the 4, I don't think I want to deploy the Lieutenant just yet. And what I did forget to mention is the OP is deployed here in the rough ground, just to the right of that section in the entrenchment. Right, away we go with the Germans. They are going to use their final extra dice. Oh, it's another double phase. 1, 3, 3, 3. Okay, 1 and 3 added together. The Lieutenant will activate this section here, and they will fire again at the Soviet section in the entrenchment. 5 6s. 5 hits. And the effect is nothing. Useless. Right, for his second command initiative, the Lieutenant is going to chase after this section here. He goes 13. Now it's a risk because he's in the open ground, but on his third initiative he is going to get that section to double forward again. They've got to go to the left hand side of this minefield. They go 12. And we'll take a point of shock. Now the Germans here are really pushing it. They're on the bottom edge of that ridge, and they've got another phase. So that was the 1 and 3 added together with the Lieutenant. He's done well there. On the other 3, this junior leader will activate, take that point of shock off. And the other 3 here, this junior leader will take that point of shock off and engage the section, I think, on the right. Yeah, they've got a better chance of getting some casualties there. Right, I think it's slightly generous with the German dice roll previously. I gave them too many dice, but they've got 8. Yeah, they've got 18 now. Hitting on 5s and 6s. That's 5 hits. That's 4, 5 shock, 6 kill. So that's 2 shock. Right, another German phase and another German phase. Oh, good grief. This is going to be a quick game, I think. So that's 1 chain of command, 2 and a 4. Right, on the 4 then, the Lieutenant will move. He goes 15. Gets him right up to that section there. So that's 1. And he's going to tell this section to get up here. They want to get on this jump off point. They go 8. So they haven't quite made it, but they're nearly there. And they do have that other phase. Right, so that was the 4. On a 2, this section here will give cover fire, and they're going to go for that entrenched position again. 5s and 6s to hit. Again, not brilliant. That's just 4 hits. And that's another 2 kill. Well, I better just check, see if it's the junior leader. It is. He's already wounded. He is now killed. So he's gone. And a rifleman goes with him. This section's getting a right hammering. And bad things happen. 3. It's another -1. Soviets are on 6. Okay, regardless of what happens here, this is the final go for the Germans. They can't have more than 3 in a go. 3 phases in a go. 1 chain quad, 3 2s, and a 3. Right, more of the same. Lieutenant, 2 2s had us together. He's going to move. He goes 13. And he's going to get this section to move up to that jump off point, or into that rough ground here. They'll just go 2 dice, 5, that's enough. They're within 4 points of that jump off point. They're within 4 inches of that jump off point, so that's going to be shut down. And on a 2, this section will fire again at the section in the entrenchment. 5s and 6s. 5 hits. And it's 5 shock, 6 kill. Oh, that's not good. 2 shock, 2 kill. So up to 5 shock. I'm going to have to take 1 rifleman and kill off 1 of the gunners. So they're on 3 with 5 shock, so they're pinned. And therefore, on the other 3, this junior leader will activate. He's seen the mayhem going on and the bullets flying around in that entrenchment, so he's going to join in the fun. He'll take a point of shock off first. Won't make any difference to the number of dice. It's 18 dice for them. 5s and 6s. That's a pretty good hit from them. They've got 7 hits there. What's the damage? Ooh, 2 kill. Another 2 kill. Well, that's it. So I'll just take that gang off. It's 1 with 5 shock, so the rout. It's 6 plus 2d6, so they are off the table. Or he is off the table. There's only 1 left. It's gone. Lots of bad things happen. 5. -2 points. The Soviets are on 4. Okay, so the Soviets have 4 chain of command dice now. They've got a double phase. 1, 2. Okay, so the junior leader has just taken a point of shock off here. I think they're just going to have a final few rounds at this section here before they bug out. This is a campaign. They've taken far too many casualties already, probably. So we'll see how we go. It's 16 dice. 5 and 6s. 6 hits. It's 4, 5 shock, 6 kills. That's a good 2 kill and 3 shock there. Is one of the kills on the junior leader. CoC? No. Okay, Soviet phase follow on. They get 1, 2, 2, 3. They've been flanked on their right by the German section with the lieutenant. The OP is looking dodgy. The section protecting the OP has gone, and the section on the left is okay, but they're on their own. So I think it's time for the Russians to withdraw. That was a very swift, very clinical attack by the Germans there. They were lucky with some of the dice, and they've got some good follow-on phases, but ultimately that is a very quick and swift victory for the Wehrmacht. Hurrah! Quick look at the results there. Force morale for the Germans at the end was 11. They had 2 casualties right at the end. They will return immediately. Therefore, they are unscathed, which will be extremely important for the campaign. The Soviets, however, got a right kicking. Force morale 4 at the end. They had 8 casualties, including 1 junior leader. 2 can return immediately, and 2 the next day. 4 remain killed. So the next rung on the campaign is clear the way, breaching the minefields, which happens the same day. But that will be tomorrow's instalment on this exciting pint-sized campaign over the Christmas period.